Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick 9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're gonna go on a really fun adventure. So we're right now in Silver Lake, California, which you can say is in the downtown LA region. It's kind of near, if you look, the Silver Lake Reservoir. We're not too far from Dodger Stadium. Where we're going to is the Laurel and Hardy Music Box Steps. Now, I have to say this now, you should not confuse these with the Three Stooges steps. I've already gone there, I've already filmed it, I may visit in the future, but these are not the same steps. I'll link it somewhere up here and you can watch that video. The steps are completely different, but people kind of mix them up because they are steps nevertheless. So I want to show how the streets are over here in the Silver Lake area. If you look up there, you can see, I'm trying not to get run over, you can see how the steps are, or the street is technically like curved up. So the elevation on these streets is pretty severe if you think about it. And so this is something that has to be taken into consideration, which is why they do have a lot of steps going up here. So we're going to the Music Box Steps, and we're also going to go to a park that was named after Laurel and Hardy called the Laurel and Hardy Park. And so parking's a little hard to come by. We just parked a couple blocks away and we'll be going there. So remember, not the Three Stooge steps, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it's 113 steps. If that is wrong, I will correct that down in the video. But yeah, let's get to where we're going. So we are approaching the Laurel and Hardy Park. There it is. And it's a very small park. It's not huge. The whole park fits in the frame. But why did they name it after them? Well, because the steps are right over there. We'll go to them in just a little bit. I think many people may know about the steps, but they probably don't know about the park. So the park officially has 1, 2, 3, 4 trees, including 3 little palm trees, which is kind of fun to think about. There's 2 trash cans on the premises. Very small park. You can see there's homes all the way around. So we have homes all the way around, which is kind of nice to have a little park out in front. You can see how the homes are on top of the hill and stuff. Kind of cool. The terrain here is kind of steep in areas. Like you can see the terrain elevation, how it changes very quickly. Beautiful trees. No soccer, because I'm sure it's gonna hurt the homes and windows and stuff. So here we go. Laurel and Hardy Park. There it is. We got a nice little sign to commemorate it. It's an official LA park. And we're coming upon the steps. So I'm looking on my map here. It's basically around the corner of Del Monte Drive, as well as Vendome Street, North Vendome Street. Here's Del Monte Drive. It's right where the park is. It's a one-way, so keep that in mind. And then the steps are over here, so we'll head to them. So I'm going to try not to get run over. I love that everything is commemorated in signs and so forth. So if I come up this way, we could see the Music Box Steps, iconic filming location of the 1932 Oscar-winning short, The Music Box, starring comic legends Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. Now, these are the original steps. It's super important to note that. Building 1935 over here. Other garages on this side. Music Box Steps. And you may not know that the actual steps have a plaque on them. Let's see if we can read that. Stan Laurel, Oliver Hardy, The Music Box, 1932. This plaque marks the site of the making of the Music Box winner of the 1932 Academy Award for short subject comedy. The film starred comic legends Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, who also employed this location in the 1927 film Hats Off. Both films were produced by Hal Roach Studios, presented by the Society of Operating Cameramen, I think. It's kind of fading, but has them here, and then it has a bunch of little plaques and things. I'm going to stand back a little bit And you can see how this goes on. Again, I'm very weary of this traffic. But see, the steps go up and they go up really high. And then there's like a second set of steps, which seem like they're private, and they go up to another location. So I'm gonna go up the steps, kind of show you what it's like. If I'm not mistaken, 113 steps. There's other people on the steps because it seems like, I don't want to say it's like well trafficked, but I think people know it's a kind of a cutoff between areas. And yes, people definitely come over here. They will film this location for sure, so they know about its historicity. But some people just use it as a daily place. Like, you have to remember, Hollywood back there, they would find locations to film at. There wasn't this concept of filming inside a soundstage. That's more recent. Now they do a mix of both, but this is great because you don't need to build anything. The location's already naturally built. Hello.
Hi.
Quite a bit of steps. And there's a little, goes up like 10, 20 steps, then it stops. And I'm here. I'm at the top. As you can see, just more homes. There's kind of a steep decline here. And then the other side of the street, this is a one-way up, one-way down. It's kind of unusual. We don't have, just for people who are on the East Coast or whatever, we don't have streets like this. I'm out of breath. It's a lot. 113 steps is a lot. But by the way, if you want to park up here, there's a lot more parking up here. And you can see that it is named the Music Box Steps from this direction as well. I promise you I'm in shape. It's just a little more tiring. Now this street is called Descanso Drive, which funnily in Spanish means rest. Rest drive. To descansar or to descanso means to rest. So it's on a windy road called Descanso. I think it's a little bit southeast of Sunset. So we're on the top part of all of this. So that gives you an idea. Street curves this way and Music Box Steps from the top. So I just want to show you from this view up here. If we keep driving down here, we'll hit Sunset. But if you turn around, I'm not going to step on property because it's private property, but if you look, you see downtown LA in the distance. So that's really cool. So now, of course, we're on top. By the way, my legs feel like I did a workout. Like they feel like steel right now. Like just like so stiff and pumped. I'm a little out of breath, but I'm okay. Okay, Music Box Steps. Going back down the steps. Here we are. And you can see top of the step, my foot, and then going down. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 steps, and then there's just like a no more steps, so it has this like rest area, I guess you can say. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps, another rest area. So it's in little increments coming down. Again, there's like other little homes and other, like these are like backyard areas. So it's very interesting. Like that's a home, this is another home. So it's in the middle. Some lady was just doing some deliveries here. So it's a transited area. It's a great way to walk in between these streets because parking, as I mentioned, is kind of difficult. So it would be a good way to get in between, but you can see how these steps work. Here there's a longer set of steps than up there, so it's not as equal as you would think going down. They're kind of random. I guess it just has to do with the terrain, how much it needs to go down and up and so forth. Yeah, so it's just really interesting because coming out here is not just, you know, visiting these sites, it's exploring, it's parking, it's finding where it is, looking at your GPS or your map, trying to figure out where you are, being in the history, documenting it. And I always make these type videos for all of you who can't make it to these locations because of distance, money. Maybe you have health issues where you can't travel, you can't get on a plane, you can't find it. Maybe you don't even drive. Like, there's so many different reasons. And so I come here in your name so you're able to see this, so you're able to understand, you know, how cool this is. Let me flip the camera and I'll show this to you from the top of the steps here. See the plaque right there? And up here you see the official city sign, which is this one. It has a logo of the city of Los Angeles, Music Box Steps, as well as the blue sign, which is the official color of the streets. Thanks to everyone who joined me walking back to the car right now. We had a good time. I had never been here in all my 37 years of being just alive and living in LA. Never come to this location. It's really cool. I'm glad that it is decorated, or at least commemorated with signs and everything, so that people could not forget this. There's a park that's along with it. So for any of those who say that all these sites are torn down, yeah, some of them have been torn down, but look at something like this. They have the steps. It's part of real LA. It's still being used. They're normal public steps, which is rare because a lot of these things now are built on sound stages, then demolished, and they move on, right? But not this. This was real LA, as real as it gets, and it's still being used, and the spot is honored. So I'm so excited about that. If you like videos like this, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Ooh, it's loud on the street with all these cars. We'll see you all next time, and don't forget, everyone, to stay positive and be hopeful. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters, especially my Diamond tier patrons: David D, Jerry D, Citizen Kane 359, Kevin K, Russ C, Sally N, and Vito L. If you want to be on this patron list, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Thanks so much.